Hello everyone, hope you are well on a Thursday night. Hang on, it's almost Friday. Well, I'm going to talk about some stories, some big things that are going on that the media is not telling you. They're not covering this. I had to dig to find this information out. Now, the reason I found out about it is some stories have been shared with me during the course of today, and then also this afternoon, I watched a video from Cold War Prepper. Y'all need to check him out as well if you haven't already. I've talked about him before, but he covered some of these things as well. But I'm going to talk about that and a few other things. And then I'm also going to have a good verse at the end and a little message with it. I think it'll really help you out. So stay tuned for that. But first, again, there's some things that are happening that you just can't see when you brush across the across the mainstream media and even some other media sources that I think people really need to know about. First of all, the Earth. The Earth seems kind of pissed off. If you haven't heard about it, there are some earthquakes that are going on. I know yesterday there were at least 2 earthquakes that occurred in Japan. Fukushima, I think I'm saying that right. Fukushima, Japan had some pretty big earthquakes. I think they were like 7.4, 6 point something, but sizable earthquakes, enough to cause tsunamis. And I did hear some tsunami warnings were going out yesterday, but I didn't hear anything beyond that. I don't think anything happened there, but big earthquakes going on. It seems like a lot of earthquakes are going on everywhere right now. But also, and this was earlier today, there are these massive cracks, I guess you could call it an earthquake, down in Mexico, near Tijuana, Mexico. These massive cracks occurring through the ground, they're creating slow-moving landslides, and they're swallowing up houses. They're just sliding in, and they've destroyed or damaged at least 90 homes, and probably will do a lot more. But these cracks are at least 1 meter wide and at least 1 meter deep. And that's what I am reading from sources. And these cracks are running through the region for quite a ways, for miles. So quite a thing going on there. So it's like the earth is just opening up. So yeah, again, it seems very pissed off. So something to keep an eye on. And the next thing is there seems to be a lot of weird things happening in Russia. Apart from, we know about the war that's going on in Ukraine and Russia. The media is just inundating that one. And yes, we need to keep an eye on that, and I am, and a lot of people are. We're following that. We're very concerned about it blowing up into World War III. It very well could. But there are some other strange things happening with Russia lately, especially today or in the last day or so. The Russian foreign minister, I believe his name is Lavrov, he was on a plane headed to China, and about the midway, just got turned around, got recalled back to Moscow. Don't know why. Thought that's strange. Suddenly called back, turned around. And you might say, well, that's strange, but that in itself is not too alarming. However, if you add it on to these other things I'm about to tell you, it does make you wonder. There's also a lot of chatter on social media and some other media sources that Vladimir Putin has been or is in a bunker in the Ural Mountains. And there's also chatter that, and a lot of talk about how reports that he has sent his family to a bunker in Siberia. Yes. And it sounds like he is relieving a lot of his, several top generals. He's arrested 1 or 2. But it looks like he is going through and eliminating or relieving any opposition to him or generals who don't agree with him, what's going on over there. So Also, there was reports of a large exodus of private jets leaving Moscow earlier today or yesterday and headed toward Dubai. Again, all of these things I just mentioned just by itself wouldn't raise my red flag so much. But when you stack all of them together, it does raise a red flag for me. It does make me wonder. It begs questions like why, what's next, what's going on, what's been planned. So interpret that how you wish. But I'm just passing along. I just want to get information out there that the media is not talking about. All right. Like I said, I really had to dig for this. But also, now this you may have heard about, but you probably didn't. But I did see this on a media source, a big media source, but it was buried. It wasn't like a top headline. But it says that the United States is depleting. We are in the process of depleting our strategic oil supply. Hello, the strategic oil supply that we have, and we have at the current rate, we have 33 days left. I mean, really? I mean, and we're not even in a big, huge natural disaster, huge World War III situation. At least not yet. That's my dog you're hearing. That's our Ella. So, but that's just idiotic to me. Why did we tap it to begin with? I mean, it's not even. We shouldn't have to. We have plenty of oil here. We could be digging for, drilling for. We got the Gulf. We got the Gulf of Mexico. We got other areas. We got, pipelines that were cut. This is self-destructive. It's self-inflicted. Really, it's idiotic. It really is. What can we do about it? Keep prepping, of course. Grow. I mean, I think there's so much going on that can be affecting the food supply within the next few months and this year. Grow as much as you can. I know here on the Dogstead, we are still getting ready. We're getting our garden ready to go. Of course, we haven't planted anything yet. It's too early for that, of course. But we're getting the compost. We've been working on the compost. We've got our soil in place. We've got raised beds in place. Well, the soil is almost ready. We're almost there. Going to finish it this weekend. We've got a big arch that we're putting up that we're going to have green beans growing over. We had a lot of green beans last year that just were going everywhere. So we're trying to organize that better. But yeah, green beans, squash, zucchini, we have okra. I'm probably missing a few things, but yeah, melons. I mean, we got berries out there that are going. So we not see them real quick, but asparagus, all kinds of stuff. I need to get Miss Dawg to do a video about that, or at least have her talk about it. Keep stacking. What I would recommend too is when you're going to the store, grab at least 3 extra items, okay? Canned, whatever, or non-perishables, and keep stacking that way. Just a few extra things. You're not clearing the shelf off, but you're still stacking, okay? I definitely recommend that. Okay, verse. All right. This is a good one. This is from James chapter 1, verse 12. It's a good one. Blessed is the man who remains steadfast under trial, for when he has stood the test, he will receive the crown of life, which God has promised to those who love him. Amen. Yes. We know if we continue the work, we're faithful. We know he is faithful, and we are his servants. And we just know that one day that we reap that reward, that we will live in heaven with Christ. It makes me wonder. I mean, I think about this sometimes, is what is heaven like? I think it's going to be such a wonderful thing that our brains are not capable of even imagining it right now. I think it's going to be, everything's going to be enhanced so much that we don't have the words. We don't have the words to describe it right now. So keep that in mind. and let's keep doing good. Let's keep the faith over fear. God bless you. I will see you soon.